I liked it.
Oh,
I walked out. I walked out happy. I was smiling. It was like, you know what? That was an entertaining, fun little romp around the best theme park attraction of all.
Wrong.
And then I started thinking when I got to my truck, I'm like, what the hell? And I had some issues, but
You had some.
more
Yeah.
more with the story than anything else. Some of the performances were outstanding. Some performances sucked all kind of ass.
All kinds of
Um,
ass.
Yeah,
So I've seen this movie twice now.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Good for you.
One with my daughter, and then one with my daughter and Eli, my wife. And I walked into this movie really wanting to like it. And I got to be honest, it's a very flawed movie. The plot needed a lot more work. The movie dragged at times.
Mhm.
As a comedy, it wasn't all that funny. As a horror movie, it wasn't very scary. But as a tribute to the Haunted Mansion, it was beyond satisfying. I spent practically the whole movie smiling like a kid on Christmas.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
myself.
every couple of minutes, I was just elbowing my daughter. I'm like, look, that's April and December. And she'd be elbowing me back. Look, that's the clock and whatnot. I mean, you could feel the love that the filmmakers had for the attraction in the amount of attention to detail that they gave every aspect of the mansion, from the wallpaper to the lighting fixtures to the door handles.
To the window, to the wall.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I agree. I had a lot of fun in this movie, and I'll say it like this: this is the first Disney movie in a while that upon walking out, it's like I would come back to the theater and see it again.
Mhm.
I haven't had a Disney movie, whether it be any property of Disney, in recent years where I would
Mhm.
say I'm going back to the theater. Usually, it's like, okay, I could wait for streaming to catch that. Now, to be fair, I hadn't seen Indiana Jones. I still hadn't seen the Spider-Man yet. So I'm not totally caught up in all the Disney movies that have come out. And I love the way that, they showed New Orleans, the different aspects of it. Even the NOPD outfits were actually correct.
Yes.
The scenes in the city, they just use it as itself. They didn't try to project anything weird
Mhm.
or something silly onto it. Even the traveling scenes, even the description of where the mansion is located, which, to me, if it's right, it's probably somewhere north of Slidell.
Mhm.
But
That's
based
what it
upon
looked
what
like.
they're saying, yeah. But yeah, I liked how they treated it. I liked that they did it in New Orleans. They left New Orleans as New Orleans, as its own little character, and didn't try to project
Yes.
anything else on top of it.
But
And
I initially thought that it started off kind of slow. I was kind of like losing a little bit, but it did pick up really good in the middle. And then, of course, I know we'll talk about it in detail towards the end. There was some parts of it I thought was a little clunky, but I would have kid this. I was telling this to Danny when we left out of it. I would have kid this movie to The Frighteners, which is a compliment as far as I'm concerned, because it's comedy, it has suspense, and it does have some horror. I'll admit, I got caught up in some of the jump scares there. I did.